Kicking that, walking the scene with you in no fits from the 90s. So keen, the VHS Club, they're the talk of the town. Breaking it down, spreading nostalgia all around. Moving and grooving to the synth pop sound. Their insight is so fresh, painting pictures profound. From Pulp Fiction to Clueless, they know it all. The genuine love from movies stands tall. Unfolding memories on that VHS screen, talking about classics like you've never seen. Katie with her charm, Matt with that wit. Together they make the VHS Club legit.
Welcome to the VHS Club. Happy Canada Day. Happy movie night.
Ooh, happy Canada Day.
Happy all the things. Happy Pretend Thursday. We're just, we're popping up on your feed here in the middle of the week. And we have Marielou on with us tonight. Thank you so much for being our special pop-up guest host. I'm always glad to see you.
Yeah, it was fun to get the call, the bat signal went up.
Bat
and it was
signal.
like, yes,
Yeah.
I'll be there. It was a potato signal.
The potato
Like,
signal.
Who needs to come here?
Yeah, the potato signal has been going out because poor Nat, I said this in the last episode, but there was like a really crazy pop-up thunderstorm, rainstorm, and Nat's house is like in not great condition. So she's waiting to get internet back up and like dealing with all kinds of chaos. So we're holding on the fort, and she's been so Nat-like about it. Like she's like, that's okay. You guys go ahead without me. And I was like, but she was so excited for the ones we'd scheduled. So I just keep bumping the schedule back. So I'm hoping she'll be here next week. So thank you to everyone for your patience. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. We're putting episodes in just in out of order. Out of order. So, we're making it work. We're making it work over here.
Oh, darn, there's more fun movies to watch. Oh.
I know. And I was so excited that you picked this one because so we're doing Ever After, and we're sorry if you don't like this movie because we like this movie, so it's going to be as usual a very biased review. But yeah, I literally had watched this one maybe a couple months back with Scarlett for the first time, and we watched this one, I think was the beginning of our like Cinderella movie kick. And we watched, I think, every version of Cinderella that has been on movies. We watched A Cinderella Story. We watched Ella Enchanted. We watched like Disney Cinderella. We watched literally everyone that was like, you may also like this. We're like, sure, why not? This one was the best. And this one remains the best in my mind. So I'm sorry if you like other Cinderella movies. You're wrong. This one is the best. This one is everything to me. So yeah, we're just want to kick off with that. Just wanted to put that out there from the very beginning. But I'm interested.
I forgot how much I liked it.
Okay, I was gonna say because you were like you were scouting through our movie list to find one literally last minute. I was like, join me last minute, and you were like, okay, I'm here. So what stood out about this one? Like why we went from Kill Bill to this, Marielou?
Yes, listen. We have range. We have range. But it really. So I was scanning through the list, and it's the whole gamut. But Katie and I always are talking about romance stuff, and there's like the romance stuff we were talking about lately, and that popped out, and I was like, yeah, let's watch that. Like, let me watch that movie because I haven't seen that. I was like, I've seen this, but when did I watch it? I was like, it's got to be like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it had to be so long ago. So I watched it, Disney Plus today, streaming, amazing, in chunks between different, like during breaks. They're basically like a binge watch.
Yeah.
But as a movie, right?
Yep.
So, that's fine. But
that's my every week for this show. I'm like, okay, Tuesday, I'm going to do like 40 minutes. Wednesday, I'm going to do like 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm all about the binge watch.
Yeah. But that's how we consume stuff now anyway. So
Exactly.
it's not that hard. But because, like when the show is good, you might sit for 8 hours and watch something.
True story.
So it's fine. We watch it how we watch it. We consume it how we consume it. But I was surprised because I don't always love a Cinderella story.
Okay.
I don't always love a damsel story, I guess.
Yes. And this one, like, intentionally is not, even though it is Cinderella. Supposedly, so in some like last minute research, since we decided this one last minute, it looks like Drew Barrymore actually had she got this she got information in the script for the role and she was like 100% I'm in, but her one rule was that the damsel needed to save herself. She was like, I'm not playing any kind of games where like he comes riding in and saves the day. She's like, no, I'm gonna save myself in this movie, and it needs to feel not like a damsel in distress kind of situation. So, and I think that honestly is why I like this one so much. Also libraries and books, and that just, it speaks to me. This very Beauty and the Beast moments, but I do think you're right. I'm not normally I'm less and less of a damsel in distress person. I'm kind of like, she's fine. She needs the person. I love a romance. I love love. But yeah, no, I don't. I don't know. I think
we need some support.
We need some support.
Is great.
We need some support.
But she had a real character arc that wasn't just let me pluck you out of obscurity.
Yeah.
Because you accidentally ended up at this party.
Yeah.
There's more to it than that. They didn't even like, their meet cute was so good because she's fighting for something.
Yeah.
And she's in disguise as a noblewoman, and it's not to dupe the prince. It's because she's trying to like get somebody out of being captured and sold to the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
That was like her friend's husband.
Yeah, she's just like an amazing person. And I wonder if this is I think foundationally why I am the way that I am, is watching movies like this, where like I feel like there was a series of these movies where and I probably even couldn't name all of them, but there must be a lot of them because it feels deeply to me, where like you have the female protagonist and she's smart and spunky, and like why the guy falls for her is because, in this movie he says, because of her mouth, which is hilarious, but because of like really like because of what she says, like no one has treated him like that before, right? Like, no one has just been like not into him at all, or like into him but like trying to teach him to be a better person. And I feel like there was like a bunch of these kinds of movies that came out when I was a kid, because I was definitely raised by TV and movies in this world of like, if the spunky smart girl will get someone in the end. she will win in the long run. I believe that to the core of my being.
Because it works. It happens. It's true.
Yeah.
They're the guys that are out there who are like, yeah, I'm into that. We found some.
we found
some good ones.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, I liked how this was grounded in reality, even though it is fiction. But the framing of the story is that this is the true story. So there is no magic.
Yeah.
There is no like supernatural element to this. And everything that kind of happens is like justified, right? Yeah. There's like a reason why she runs into the prince and she's in, not true to who she is. But she also has all movie to tell him, but doesn't. But he also steps over her words and doesn't let her talk, right? So it's, like, I think that was the most frustrating part to me. But I was like, I understand we need this in order to have a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have to and maybe I am the least observant human being in the world. And I feel like I'm learning this more about myself the older I get. I'm just terrible at observing basic details. But I felt the entire movie that like she is technically not a servant. She is she is equal to some extent to her stepsisters because her father married her stepmother. So like I kept sort of waiting and I've now seen this recently a few times, but like I kept sort of waiting for that moment of them being like, actually, she's not a servant. Like if he could marry the stepsister, he could marry her. Like, but there never is that moment, which is actually, I think, kind of nice that they didn't do it that way, where it was like, no, he can actually marry who he wants to marry, which is highly unlikely in real life, but sure. But like even but technically he could say that. I was like,
because she, is the daughter of a nobleman.
Yeah.
Right. That's what that estate. It's her estate.
It's her estate. Yeah.
And and her thing was like, sure, marry them off so I can just take care of my house. Like, just get out of here. The reason she's working so hard is because she cares about the property and she cares about her father's legacy.
Yeah.
So it's, she's getting her hands dirty because, sure, like she's getting bossed around, but also she's like, but I care about this place and I just want to turn it around and I want it to do well. So now that you say that, they just were like, she's a servant, and nobody was like, actually, no.
She's kind of like volunteered to be a servant. Like I know that the stepmother is who Anjelica Huston for the win. Like she's incredible in this, but I know that the stepmother is making her do things. But like you're right. Like she is really motivated by the love of like the love for her father, the love for like the land, the love for like really what's become like her extended family. Like they're not even really servants to her anymore. They're friends. They're like there's a community there, and she cares way more about that than she does about anything else. Like, which is just awesome. Like it's just, again, for a Cinderella story. I actually love that this one really plays a lot more like a historical fiction than it does like the magical Cinderella story, which is what you were saying earlier. Like I don't know. It speaks to me on a deeper level. It feels more, I don't know. It feels like it still has all of the aspects that make the Cinderella fairy tale so charming, but none of the stuff that like feels silly and ridiculous or surface level.
It took like, there was little touchstones from the fairy tale version, right?
Yeah.
We've got the shoe that was left behind. We've got, the Leonardo da Vinci as the fairy godmother, who's the one who's like, you got to go to this party, let me make you some wings, like really neat, just touchstones that they use, right? But it's like, if the fairy tale was real, right? Somebody broke down like what could have actually happened that eventually got interpreted generations later by like the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
Because it's like the narrator is a great granddaughter or a couple of greats down. So we're like generations away from this. And for her to be like, no, we're going to tell the story now. And like the way that they used the painting.
Yeah.
That is a real painting and like tied that in, really cool.
Yeah, it does have that believability like to it. Like obviously this is not a real story, but it does get you thinking that like maybe and probably the Grimm's brothers got this from somewhere. Like there must have been some sort of like actual story that evolved into what we know now as Cinderella. So I think it was nice to play it that way because maybe it could be true. Like, we have no idea of what actually happened, all that time ago. So it, I thought it was really, really well done. Josh is saying that he's now that we're talking, he's pretty sure he was confusing this one for the Hilary Duff Cinderella story, which I really enjoy, but in a very different way than this movie. So if you liked Cinderella's story, I highly encourage you to see this one. And it's pretty accessible. I think you should be able to fairly easily find it. And shout out to Val who's hanging out with us. Val, have you seen Ever After? I know that VHS stands for Val has not seen this, but have you seen this one? Have you seen this one? Let us know. We'd love to hear it.
My goodness.
A little bit of facts on this one. So this was released in July, like about a couple weeks from now, July 31st, 1998. A budget of $26 million, and it made roughly $98 million worldwide. And it was really highly reviewed. The critics gave it a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience about an 80%. So again, like kind of peak Drew Barrymore. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Like, she's, I guess, been iconic right from E.T. on. But, like, I feel like for in the peak teenage Drew Barrymore world, where it's certainly appeals to all of the kind of tweens and teens out there. But, yeah, I was amazed at how well it did and how well it held up. In my mind, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be campy. But it really wasn't. Like, it didn't feel at all campy. Maybe it's just the everlasting kind of spirit of a fairy tale. Hard to say.
Yeah, and because it was rooted in reality, right? So we watch period pieces and we expect certain things that are going to happen. But I will say, when we got to the ball and the music wasn't like a Taylor Swift version of a medieval song.
True. You're like, wait.
I was like, what is this? Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. Yeah. It's different. This is different.
I often wonder, like, what would happen if we took some of these movies and just updated the music. It would probably be horrifying to someone like me, but kind of a fun practice. Like, what if she walked in to one of the Taylor Swift songs? It'd be interesting. You'd be like, wait, but okay, I'm here for this. Like,
oh, sure. Yes. So the thing that stood out to me the most, like Drew Barrymore, I was like, she's so precious. I love her. The stepsister, Melanie.
Oh, she's so good.
So yeah, she everything. Every time I see her,
Jacqueline.
I'm just like delighted.
She's amazing. Like for a backup quote unquote character, she steals the show. She's so good in every scene she's in. She's so likable.
Yeah. And it reminds me of her character in Sweet Home Alabama, where she's just like, it's this other character, but like it grounds everything because it's like a real person who kind of sees what's going on and like has her own storyline of getting the nerve up to say something and stand up for what she sees is right, as opposed to just going down the path of evil. But it stood out to me though, looking at the Prince and Drew Barrymore, I was like, this looks like a very big age gap. Where I feel like nowadays it maybe would be different. I'm not sure if it was, but I was like, this man is 35 years old. I don't know how old he was. So.
Surprisingly, I didn't look that up. So Paul or Josh, look up his age for us while we chat about this.
How old was he in 1998?
How old was he in 1998 versus how old was Drew Barrymore in 1998? I felt so. I immediately texted Nat and I was like, I have feelings about the Prince because the whoever, and I should know his name. It's probably here in my notes somewhere, but we'll just call him the Prince. Dougray Scott. I found it. Dougray Scott is his name. He must be a phenomenal actor because I don't find him even remotely attractive. Like everything about him, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, you're here. It's fine. But he's so good as this character. Like part of me was like, oh, I really wish that this was being played by like a younger, more attractive to me person. But at the same time, like he does such an incredible job carrying the role. And Nat was like, yeah, he's kind of like a Jeff Goldblum, but like not as attractive as Jeff Goldblum. And I was like, yeah, that's the vibe for me. Like he's clearly older. He doesn't do it for me, but like for some reason it works. And I don't know why. I think either like good writing or he's just really good at carrying himself. Like he doesn't, there's a line in it where his father says like, da something boy. And I was like, all right, this is like this guy could be the king for years. This is a full man.
Yes.
Like this is not a boy, but it worked. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
There was like, when she comes into the party and they're about to announce that he's going to get engaged to the evil stepsister, and then Drew Barrymore's character shows up and then he like runs to her. He's like kind of skips at the end and it made me chuckle.
So eager.
This man, what is this man doing? And granted, okay, if we're looking historically, this kind of age gap is like going to be normal, right?
Yeah,
it's
true.
Not going to be anything strange there, but we are still watching a fantasy movie, and I do think, like, 'cause I didn't remember who the prince was, but I remember Drew Barrymore. So
Yeah.
definitely for when we watched it when we were younger, he didn't stand out
No,
as
like,
like the
and
prince.
I feel like I probably thought the same when I first saw this, where I was just kind of like, oh, okay, he's fine. Like, totally fine. But there's something about his character, and I think it's because, and I've been on a journey over the last like couple of weeks, which I've started talking to you about, but I've been deep watching and reading all kinds of romance everything. And I feel like women who write, and I don't actually know if this one was written by a woman or not, but I'm willing to guess maybe it was. I feel like women who write men write them in a particular way versus men who write men. And fair, totally fair. But like, this is a character that feels like he was written by a woman, because there's all these moments where ego could completely take over and he could come across in a way that would just be really off-putting, and he doesn't. Like, there are a number of these scenes, and I think the most kind of foundational one is the scene where they get kidnapped by the gypsies, which is phenomenal. And he's like, so she's up high on this like cliff, and she's like scouting out. She's in her underwear, and so she's which is like a full dress, but whatever. And so then he realizes that they're about to be kidnapped, and he's like, "Stay aloft, madam! Like, I'm going to fight this out." Like, it could have been like a prince, like a Disney prince moment. And instead she's like, yeah, whatever, and starts coming down anyway. And then they have this entire moment where she's just like, no, I like stands up for herself. Not even like for him. She stands up like for herself. And then
Just for herself.
Just for
She's
herself.
like, well, you're going to keep him.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to leave. And then there's this adorable like turnaround where she's like, well, can I take whatever I can carry? And the gypsy's like, all right, fine. And then she walks like in front of them, and then turns abruptly and walks by and picks him up. And he just kind of like, he finds it endearing. There's no like point where like, I feel like that had every potential to be like, to trigger ego and to be like he's the prince. He's like starting to fall for her. It's like humiliating to some level. And yet it's not at all to him. Like, he just sort of laughs it off. He finds her even more endearing, like again with the sort of like, she's spunky and no nonsense, and that's fun. And I really love that moment. And he plays it really well. Like, it could have gone really badly, but it doesn't somehow. Like,
It made me remember, like, I would do this to Will. I would be like, I could pick you up. For whatever reason. We're just
work?
like hugging. I'm like,
I don't think I could pick Dane up. I like, it's a joke in our house all the time. Every night he's like, will you carry me to bed? And I'm like, I physically cannot carry you up like our crazy 1700s house stairs. Like, we would die. Like, I would fall backwards. But he asks every night.
Yeah, I don't think I could. But not that way. But, you know, I was like, I don't think I'm as strong as I was when we first met too, because I was like pretty strong, but I could pick him up like straight up off the ground.
Yeah,
I just remember it just like being like, like, I can't believe this girl like just tries to pick me up off the ground. I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I try to pick up I'm picking you up, sir. But the gypsies also, when they're laughing about it, it's not in a, oh, look at the prince, let's humiliate the prince, this girl is saving him. They're all just like, this is how delightful.
They also got like dinner. There's a level of like respect because they got outwitted. And there's like this idea of like, oh, like this entire movie, everyone is in awe of the fact that there is this, and it's not even about the fact that she's a woman, but that there's this person who is clever and empathetic and is able to they're sort of building this character that like, again, like speaks really highly of her father, like all the way through. Like, she's just a really like likable person all the way through. And so I think that you're right. The gypsies are sort of laughing, but they're impressed. There's like this level of like, oh, she got us. Like, and that then makes her kind of like one of them. Like, it's like, oh, all right, fine. Like, you're all in. Now we're just going to hang out, even though we were trying to kill you likely and take everything that you had, which I think is, I don't know. It's a really sweet
because
scene.
it goes it goes from the scene of like, she's carrying him, and then all of the bandits are laughing, and then the guy's like, the leader's like, just come back, I'll give you a horse, and then they're at the party.
Yeah.
So it's like they were sitting there like getting drunk with them for hours.
Yeah, hours.
And then they're hanging out, but that's like when we get our first kiss, and
Yeah.
it's very sweet, and these bandits are now their friends, where they see them and they're like, you guys are kissing. And then we see the prince, like he goes back to the king and queen, and he's like, I have a new outlook on life, and I am inviting these bandits to the ball.
Yeah. The bandits are coming to the ball. We're building universities. We're becoming a better person. France is going to be so much better off as a result of Drew Barrymore, which I believe. I'm here for that storyline. This just in, Dougray Scott
She called out his privilege.
True. He's 60 right now. So if we do some fast math, which we all know I'm terrible at, Josh has done it for me. So it looks like he was 32 and Drew Barrymore was 23 or turning 23. So yeah, you're right. He's like a 10-ish. I'm going to go with 10-ish years older than her, if this fast math is accurate. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. And Josh is also saying that the script was written by a woman. It was written by Susanna Grant, although it was also co-written by two men, Andy and Rick. So yeah. All right, so it's got balance. I like it. Yeah, I felt like there was something about his character that, like, again, I feel like in a lot of, and maybe this is what you were responding to as well, like in a lot of Cinderella stories, the prince is like, well, in the Disney one, he's like barely there. Like he's like, we don't really know a lot about him other than he's just like immediately smitten and he's a prince and he's doing his best. But in a lot of them, he doesn't have a ton of personality, and and he is like, even in a Cinderella story, he's like a bit of a jerk. Like he comes around. This one, he's not really much of a jerk. Like I guess he's being like petulant a little bit. He's being like a petulant child, but not to anyone but his parents and maybe himself. Like he's not really acting that way to her or to anyone kind of other that he's on a journey. He's on a journey somewhere.
Yeah. But he was, when he was talking with the sister, was it Marguerite? Is that the one sister's name?
Yeah, let's
that the one that he was like going to get engaged to and was like courting also.
Yeah.
He also was like, he was flirting with her for real. He's like,
he was,
nice brooch on your boobs right there.
Nice giant brooch right on the. That scene is great because Jacqueline puts her feather right in her. It's so good. She's so good. She steals that scene. Yeah. Right.
It's good, but like that's real though.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That because he's the prince and he probably just got like people throwing themselves at him all the time.
Yeah. Well, and he's also sort of like trapped because he doesn't want to marry the Spanish princess who hilariously wants nothing to do with him anyway, which I think is phenomenal. And so he's got like, he sort of has to play the part to some extent. So you're right. Like he is the prince in that moment where it's like, he's got to be looking like he's dating other people. And many of those scenes, he's trying to find her, but she's nowhere to be found because she's a servant, a pretend servant, and isn't in any of those moments. But yeah, no, that's a good point. I love it.
And it's like really nobody in town knew about this daughter.
I know. Yeah, I know it's been a while,
the
but
Baron.
Like, yeah. I know.
He had a daughter. They lived there a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
like the guy who ends up buying her in the end, because she gets like sold off to this other guy to pay off debts of the stepmother, there's a scene with him at some point, like he knows who she is and he knows like that's her property, like because he's saying stuff like the reason your property exists is not destitute is because of me, so you should be grateful. So it's like people did know. It's like nobody say anything. No, they're like, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Well, also like there's a line with the prince where he says like early on in the movie that he like knows all of the people in the kingdom or knows all the courtesans in the kingdom, and I was like, do you though? Like I mean I guess her father died when she was 8 is what she says. I suppose she was a child, but I'm like I don't like, but yeah, I don't know. Feels a little weird. Feels a little weird that like no one but the
Yeah.
servants. Yeah, no one but the servants.
And nobody except like he didn't know the stepsisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
did he?
I
I don't know.
think he did.
I guess it could have gone either way.
Because when he finds out that was where she's staying, like those were the quote unquote cousins that she was staying with, he's like, oh great, like what do I do now? Which I think is pretty great. Oh well, we need to talk about the best friend, because he might be one of my favorite characters, and like right from the absolute beginning of the movie, which I forgot how great like first 10 minutes of this movie are, but the two of them playing together as kids and her just like smoking him, like shoving him into the mud, and the father just being delighted at all of that is just so sweet. Like their friendship is just adorable all the way through, and it's like barely there but is there when it matters. And I just really liked the fact that like, again, there's no ego, there's no like backstory of like, you know, he's angry at her, or he's secretly in love with her. Like there's no kind of nothing that could easily have been added into this story. And I just really like that like he's there right up until the very like final moments of the movie, and just sort of in the background, but there saves the day.
Yeah, and he's got his own thing going on, right?
Yeah.
He's an artist, and he's getting looked at by Da Vinci.
Nice painting.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. It's good stuff. So fun fact, Da Vinci was artist in residence at the French court for a couple of years. So the way that's for that particular king, but Prince Henry wasn't born until the year Da Vinci died. So that part's not real.
Yeah. But he's so great like as
mentoring him
as the fairy godmother character. Like he's, I mean, the actor that plays him is awesome, like does just an incredible job. But he has one of my favorite quotes where he opens the door. He's like, I'll go down in history for the man who opened the door. You're like, yeah, it's phenomenal. Like
that's the one.
He's just, I don't know, he's so lovable all the way through. And so, or the moment where she's all gross and she's like looking down at her hands and she jumps in the water and is just like having a beautiful relaxing moment, and he's on his like little like Da Vinci
boat
shoes, and she just screams bloody murder, and he just falls over back. Like, yeah, I don't know, there's something about, I don't know, he's just such a
it was so charming.
He's so charming. He's so like lovable and grandfatherly and like encouraging, but also like everything that I hope that this man was in real life, like creative and inspiring and scientific, and like, I don't know. I think I love that door line so much, because they're like, what are we ever going to do? And he's like, science. let's just open the door this way instead. And you're like, oh yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah. And whenever we first meet him, he tells the prince, like, because the prince is all excited that Da Vinci's coming. He's like, oh, it's just because Michelangelo wasn't available. I'm the second pick. And to think about in that time frame of them being like the superstars, like these artists being the superstars and actually known during their time, because it's like, they were like, obviously they were enough that he was artist in residence for the king, but for they're like little celebrities, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, and he's like, whatever, it's just because Michelangelo is busy, he's stuck underneath the ceiling. Just really like sweet.
Yeah there is a lot of like, I mean, there's a lot of little moments and details in this film that feel like that make it what it is and that make it so powerful, but are just small like lines like that. Like they're just sort of like small, almost throwaway lines, and yet they're so impactful for the larger kind of bird's eye view of this movie. The other is just the costumes in this. There were over 300 handmade costumes from the Renaissance period, from the Romantic period. It's historically inspired, apparently not exactly accurate, but I wanted every dress. I'm not even a dress girl, but I wanted every dress just for my closet. I'll probably never wear them. I'll prance around when it's not 98 degrees here and then put it back. But did you have a favorite? Did you have a favorite outfit in this movie?
Oh my God. If it's the dress,
Is
the
the
dress
dress.
is the
Okay.
one.
All right.
That is definitely one. But there's other really beautiful ones too. Like I see like Renaissance fair style, right? And
Yeah.
it's the same thing where I'm like, I don't know if I could wear it, but I always appreciate it because I know there's 100 layers and you needed to get laced into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wonder about the logistics of like period accurate. How did they go to the bathroom?
Probably not
And
alone.
was it so hot?
I know. How did they not pass out more often is what I wonder. Like we're going through a heat wave here. And like I'm getting more frail the older I get. I'm like, it's hot in here. I can't do anything without being like gross. I feel gross. And they were wearing these like, huge, layer upon layer upon layer. I'm like, how did you not just like topple and with like corsets and stuff? Like they were like, I don't know. I don't know how more people literally didn't just like fall over. I would be face down in the straw or wherever she was. It was impressive. I did love the iconic, but like I want so badly to go to a masquerade ball. Like I don't know how I would actually feel if I was there, but fictional Katie really wants to go to a masquerade ball. So I did love every moment of that. But I also really loved the dress that she was wearing when she was in the library. And there were a couple of other like dresses that I was sort of like, where is she getting these from? Because she's a servant. Like, is she just, I guess, from her stepsisters? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're stealing them.
They're just
like
stealing them.
her family, the other, the people that she grew up with, they're grabbing dresses for her.
Yeah.
And doing her up.
Yeah. But yeah,
Like,
there were
gorgeous.
Just gorgeous. Yeah. From start to finish.
And even like the men's costumes were really well designed. Like there's one top that the prince was wearing that it stood out to me, but I can't remember what it was, but there's something about the way it draped that I was like, that's an impressive garment.
Yeah.
That it's like casual, but still so frilly and regal.
We need to bring back casual frills. The casual frills should be
a little casual
the
frill.
theme of the year. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and it's like with the set design was also really amazing. Even though when they were in the library, it stood out to me that like they were like kind of touching, and there's like all these chains on the wall, but the chains don't move.
Yeah,
because it's fake, right?
Yeah.
It's plaster books, but it stood out to me. I was like, oh
no,
right.
It's not so.
Yeah, but I'm sure the castles were real, right? All of that had to be like real locations.
I'm just scrolling through to see if I have that. I don't. Yes. So the chateau used for much of the filming is called Chateau de Hautefort. Hautefort. If Nat was here, she could pronounce that better than me. Much of the movie was filmed on location throughout France. So yeah, it actually was filmed in France and was filmed in a lot of different actual locations, of which they have no shortage over there of just incredibly cool buildings and castles and manors.
There's a castle. There's a castle.
It's not like around here. It wouldn't work out quite the same here.
Well, the at the party, at the ball, at the mask, which I thought was so delightful. They say masquerade ball. They were like at the mask.
Yeah. When I throw a mask, that's what I'll call it. You're all welcome.
Yes. Let's go to the mask.
Let's go to the mask.
There was some piece of the set in the like aerial shot that was like, what are we looking at? It was like something was like spinning. It looked like big drill bits.
Oh,
like you gotta look back at it again. Okay, it's like on the right side of the screen.
Okay.
And I just was like, what am I looking at? Am I just delirious today? Or was it just to take up space because they didn't have enough extras? Because it's like a pretty big set piece.
I often wonder that. So you should definitely take a photo of it and just circle it so we can see. Or I'll go back and look if I can find it. I had a similar moment in the like one of the final scenes of the movie where they bring like her stepmother and stepsisters in, and there's like the big reveal that they got married and that she's that she's a princess, etc. But so the king and queen and prince are like all at the front, but there's just this like extra who's just lounging in the most wonderful possible way. Did you see him? He might be my favorite.
Yes.
He was just like, he was owning that I'm an extra moment. Like he was like, I'm going to take up this space and I'm going to be here in this moment with you. I don't know who he was, but just well done. Chef's
Was it
kiss.
the jester?
Maybe he looked, but he was like way cooler looking than a jester. Like, and he was literally lounging. Like I can't even do it easily on camera with what, but he was like, he was fully in lounge mode. Like if it was today, he'd be wearing like a onesie, some kind of soft something, right? He was having his most relaxed moment. And it was awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. So chill.
Definitely paused. I was like, wait, what is this man doing?
All right. So if you're going to the mask, what's your costume?
So I don't know. I mean, I did love I loved the, like, this isn't the right word, I don't think, the like delicacy of her costume. Like I like that hers was less overt, right? Like it was like she just had these like wings and she was sparkly and she didn't have like, I feel like I would be annoyed with like an actual mask over my face. After a certain period of time, I'd be like, it's on my face. I don't know, from a texture standpoint. But I did love the evil stepsister's peacock outfit. Like the colors in that one were awesome. I don't know. Either like a more traditional, like something that's very like simple with simple nods. Like the wings were like more than enough to be like, this is mask for me, without it being kind of over the top. How about you? What do you think?
Well, I don't want to be one of the horses, but I thought that costume was so clever and so cool. Just like designed so neat, because it's definitely, you could tell it was lightweight.
Oh yeah.
But it was still like a horse.
Yeah.
And the cute little moment between the sister and the princess helper guy.
Yeah.
They're both horses, and then they're in cahoots from there on out, right? It was a great time. But yeah, something with wings, right? Because if like I think about that time period, we also had our Claire Danes Juliet.
Yes. Oh,
right?
Yes.
In wings, right? It was a time, y'all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We love our girls in wings.
We love our girls with wings. And now I'm back in Romeo and Juliet. I'm like with the fish tank and the faces.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There's something I think like simple and elegant and beautiful about it. It has this sort of a ethereal kind of quality to it. I don't know. There's something about like a silver sparkly very 90s too, right? Like the glitter on her face.
Yes.
I'm still here for that.
Yeah, her makeup was very modern. Like modern for like that time, right? That I was like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have. Yes. Where's she getting body glitter?
Yeah.
in medieval France.
Yeah.
But maybe they did. Glitter had to come from somewhere.
It had to come from
something
somewhere.
I need to know.
You know what's missing in this
never
one?
Go away.
Which would have made it terrible, but is so like I feel like has become this like late 90s, early 2000s trope where it was like every ball or prom or dance or whatever has like a choreographed dance number. Like every movie that came out that was like a teen movie in that time period, I feel like this is one of the only ones where there wasn't some kind of like, even if it was in the background, it was missing the like everyone knows the same dance. And this one probably could have pulled it off because it could have been like a Renaissance-y like medieval.
They did. Dance. They were there. It was like a short little moment.
Okay.
And it stood out to me because the dancers, like the couples that were dancing, were holding candles. And I was like, that seems so impractical. Like, why are we holding
on fire?
Like, why are we doing this?
Wax
There's probably
everywhere.
so much flammable.
Yep.
But it was in the ball. There was a little moment of that, so they still stood true. I feel like there's a lot to revisit in that.
It's true.
I wish I could pull if I had Disney Plus logged in on my computer.
I know.
I would pull up
you
that
know
screenshot.
I need to be better with screenshots. Rich is saying that he had a major crush on Claire Danes in Romeo and Juliet. Me too. Also Leonardo.
Didn't we all?
And then the person that plays Mercutio in that movie, I had a crush on literally everyone in that movie. The priest, everyone, every single person.
Yes. Yeah, but there was like that movie, like that I feel like that probably came out around the same time.
Yeah,
right?
they did. Yeah. Yep.
Maybe within a couple years.
I think almost. I think it's this within a year, if not the same year, if I'm remembering. Yeah.
That one definitely, like, I remember I've watched that like once every handful of years.
Oh yeah. No,
where ever after, like, didn't like shift my identity, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But we did have an abundance, like if we didn't have Romeo and Juliet in that time period, then maybe Ever After would have stuck with me a little bit differently. But it is top for somebody, right? There's when I was looking up some little things, there's people that are like, this is my top 3 movies. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wouldn't put it there. It's wonderful, but I wouldn't put it there. But if your vibe, that's your vibe.
It's, you know what? It's funny. And this show has like, I don't have an answer to this conundrum or question that like everyone has these like, what makes a favorite movie. And I've been thinking a ton about that since we started doing this show. Cause we have people that come on and are like, this was my favorite movie that I like, and I don't think I can answer that question, but I will say that like with this movie, along with a lot that I would put in my top, whatever, top 5, top 10, like I fell back into it. It's almost like a very close friend where it's like you fall back into this movie and you're like, oh, I know all the lines of this movie. I have these like, it's there in the back of my head in the same way that like I know every song lyric from like almost every song that came out in the 90s, right? Like you're just like, it's just there in some weird part of the back of my brain. So this one I would not, if you had just like earlier this week been like, let's do Ever After, it's my, is it one of your favorite movies? I would have been like, oh no, I don't think so. It's good, but then I don't know, rewatching it tonight, I'm like, I don't know. It is deeper. It's not as deep as Romeo and Juliet for me. That one is like, as you said, sort of like pivotal in my world. But yeah, there is something about this one that like, it is deeper than I thought it was. Like watching it, I was like, oh, I actually like, I know this one a lot more than I probably have seen it a lot more than I thought I did. But yeah, it is, I don't know. It's interesting in this. I feel like there's something in a favorite movie about like how many times you've seen it, like, how sort of pivotal was it in like who you are as a person? Like how much of it do you have memorized seems to matter. Like there's, I think these little pieces that make up like, what is a favorite movie? I don't know. I'm sure.
Right. Because it's more than just the movie. It's more probably like who you first watched it with and what was your mindset. Where were you in your development? Is probably a big factor. Like where were you in puberty? When you watched your favorite movie. Because I would probably say a lot of people's favorite movies come between that time period. And then it just gets programmed into you.
Like I mean, Romeo and Juliet is actually great. I know this is not, we did this one, but we'll stay here for a second because we're here. And Josh says it's 1996, so 2 years apart. 1996 Romeo and Juliet and 98 for Ever After. Romeo and Juliet, like literally, and I'm sure this was the case for many people. Like I was already a geeky English lit lover person. So I was already kind of entranced in sort of the world of like, I think I really want to love classical literature. There's something about books. There's something about libraries. Like I was kind of already, feeling a lot of those ways myself. But then this movie came out and I was like, I love Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare. Shakespeare is my entire identity. Like I literally, like my parents bought me, which I still have, like a leather bound copy of Romeo and Juliet. And I had that entire play memorized. And it's only because of that movie. Like something in my brain was just like, this, you need to know every line of this play. And then it went from that to Hamlet to like, and still like Shakespeare sort of has this like, this ethos in my life that like, honestly like had a huge part in that film, which as you said, like timing and like timing and puberty.
But it also is iconic for a reason. It is a story that keeps getting retold in so many ways, and like here for it every time. Every time. I'm just ready. Let's go. Let's do it. And that's like with retelling of things, when I think about like Cinderella stories and the most recent Bridgerton.
That was a Cinderella.
Put together at the beginning. And I was a little like, all right. I kind of wrote it off, but I was like, it actually came together really delightful. It's like, oh, we see what's going to happen. But like, it was done really well. Like, so you can take some of these tropes, they can get reworked as we, as humanity continues to develop. And this was like, it's fun seeing that, like having that. I would say, so if Romeo and Juliet came out 96 and Ever After was 98, Ever After got greenlit because of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right? Like it's because they were like, we need to give the girlies more of these things, but you got to put a twist on it. right? Because
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet had a twist.
It also was like there was a, and I'm gonna screw up the years because my memory is terrible, but there in that era, and maybe it's like maybe it started in like late 90s and then went into the early 2000s, but there was like if you look at like 10 Things I Hate About You, Clueless, like there were a number of movies that were inspired by Shakespeare, Austen, classical literature, where they were just like reinventing these stories in a modern, like in that time period and sort of a modern era. And I'm ready for let's bring that back again. Let's do that again. Let's do that in today's era, because I think that it works. Like these timeless stories and reinventing them still resonate, because there is something about this, like the concept of soulmates, the concept of true love. In Cinderella, the idea of like of classes, of what do you do if you are in love with someone that like you can't be with for whatever reason? Like, how do you overcome that? Can you overcome that? I feel like a lot of these things still unfortunately exist in society. So it makes sense, and there's like a lot of, you can play off of it a lot of different ways, which I think is
And the
cool.
sense of like romance, I thought was so fun, because at the beginning, the first scene we see with the monarchs, with the king and queen are like running down this corridor, and the king's like, he ran away again, and then the queen is like, but he needs to marry for love, and I was like, said never one
Said
of these
never.
queens.
No, women were not allowed to talk at that point, even if they were a queen. She would be like,
Yeah,
she would not be saying anything, nothing,
because he's 1,000% a political pawn that is used for alliances and whatnot. But I it's sweet, right? Because it's, where did this concept of romance, or that people should be with the person that they love, like story wise, it's been around, right? But like, when did that become societally the thing? Because I'm sure not even that many generations before us, it was only for property, and for protection and for rights, and
it is
a generation before us, we couldn't have a checking account, so it's so interesting.
It has been wild. It's wild raising kids in general, but it has been very, very wild rewatching a lot of these movies, and even like newer movies with my 11-year-old daughter, because those are like all of her questions, and we have to have like, I feel like every movie has to have some semblance of historical like understanding, where it was just like, well, they're acting this way because women were not allowed to make choices in this era. And she's like, what? Like, I don't or they're acting this way because, so it is I don't know, it's been fascinating, because you're right, like all of these stories are romanticized because the actual reality is just horrific all the way through, and even in many cases now, unfortunately. But I don't know, I think this one works because it, as you said, like from the very beginning, I think it works because it is based on this like timeless fairy tale, but it works also because it removes it finds magic in the mundane. Like it takes away sort of the magic and the ridiculousness of it, and puts it in that kind of like magical it's a magical historical fiction, if I could call it
that. And I do love that our main character, the Danielle, Drew Barrymore's character, when she's in her final like kind of situation after the stepmother sells her off, she already is like written off the prince, because he, as far as she know, got married.
He got married,
already to the Princess of Spain or something like that.
Yep.
And she's just like, I'm gonna kill this man who's holding me hostage.
And she knows
how. I am straight up gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah.
Stab him in the neck.
Yeah.
But she's like, you're gonna set me free, or I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, yes, because I feel like she was gonna be fine if he showed up or didn't show up. She's like, she got out of that situation, which is what Drew Barrymore was like, she has to save herself. So she she threatens the guy's life. She gets her key for her freedom. So she's walking off. And like, who knows what's going to happen next, but she was going to be fine.
She was going to be fine. And that scene is so great because again, she's fine. And even when she sees him, there's like, it's not this, it's sort of just like this moment of like, oh, hi. And he's like, also hi.
She's like, what are you doing?
And he's like, what are you doing? And then she's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I came to save you, but I guess you don't need that. And she's kind of like, no, not really. Like, it's this moment where like, it's just so like, he's again, like they could have played that so many different ways. And I really like kind of how, I don't know how lighthearted it is. Like, he's just like, it's, he's just like, well, obviously, like, obviously you're fine. Like, I did everything to come and save you because that's the kind of person that I am, but you're the kind of person that didn't need to be saved. And here we are in the middle. And I really like, I love that. And then I also love at the very, very end, she's still unwavering. Like, she's this incredibly kind person all the way through, but it's not this like, oh, it's okay, we're still like, I forgive you, everything is erased, like, moment with her stepmother. It's like, no, like, you were awful, and like, and there are consequences, and like, you're not going to be killed or like, or tortured, but like, there are consequences to what you did. And I don't know, there's something about that I like as well. I'm just like, yeah, all right. She's like able to stand up for herself, and it's her decision at the end. So again, like, it's for 1998, it's a pretty like modern fairy tale. Where it's they are equal partners. She is able to make up her own mind. She's able to, and he respects her. She respects him. Like, it's just nice. It's a nice one to show an 11-year-old.
It's just a nice. Then she's like, oh, it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
There's stuff that makes sense for her there. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
What is Clueless based off of then?
Clueless is based off of it's Jane Austen. Oh my gosh. Val has seen it. Val can tell me. Oh, now I've got to look it up. My brain is like, it's there and it's not.
Yeah, because I lived for Clueless. Clueless was like, that's in my top 10. But I did not know.
I was like, Sense and Sensibility,
Emma.
that's not it. It's based on Emma. So the story of Emma is that she's a like meddling matchmaker who's constantly trying to set everyone up, but then also like falls in love and doesn't know what to do with it. So it's actually a pretty like, it's a pretty good version of the story. Like, it, in addition to just being like an incredible movie from start to finish, it actually does, it's pretty true to the book. Like, it does a really nice job of it. Yeah, again, in the same way as 10 Things I Hate About You does, where you're watching it and you're just like, this is so good. And you're like, also, this is actually fairly accurate. So I love it.
Because that one is Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That one is Taming of the Shrew. And I missed this comment.
There's like a whole study here to do in this.
We should just do an entire series of them. Josh is saying that modern glitter, this just in, came out in the 1930s, but glitter-like substances were used as early as 30,000 years ago. So technically, she could have found a glitter-like substance, and that it could be accurate.
Yeah, they're like shaving off like some metal off of something or another.
Oh, it'd be so bad
sticking
for you.
it on there.
Yeah,
and it's just like lead.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, no.
But they had other bigger problems. There was lots of problems.
There were lots of problems.
And everyone had really great teeth. That's
except for the
that, like,
crazy guy at the end. His teeth were so bad. So. I was like, oh, you need to get out of there. He's bad news on every level. He's got terrible teeth.
Oh.
He's the worst. Get out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I like chose this because we were talking about romance stuff, and like you're my literary like go-to, where I'm like, should I read this or just wait for this movie? Is this, and you have not led me astray. You have not led me astray. Yeah. So it's because you're not like everything's great, right? It's like, just like real opinions on that. So it's like,
some of them are really bad. Some of them are really bad. I just watched, for all of my romance loving friends out there, I have not read the book, but I watched every summer after. One of them is the book and one of them is the movie, or the miniseries. And that one is so bad. Like, could be could be like just a series of memes making fun of it would be more fun to watch than the actual show itself. It's really bad. Although I watched the entire thing through, and I told Nat that I needed to force her to watch the entire thing through for the comedy of it so that we could just like text and be like, right, this is bad. And so we'll see if I can talk her into it. So yes, I am happy to tell people. I'm sorry to the creators of that show, but it is so bad. It's like, as my kids would say, it's cringe on every level. It's just so much cringe. It was awful.
So much cringe.
So much cringe.
Okay, well that's good to know. See, I'm glad. But the one like that you had just recently recommended to me was Off Campus, and I was not gonna click play on that one, but and I did like the first like episode and a half. I was like, look at all these good-looking guys. Look, oh, she's so plucky. Oh, you know, like there's all the tropes.
I love a plucky character.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, and then it gets really good. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
You're welcome. You're welcome,
it's done
friends.
well. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And then I recently started going down the Pride and Prejudice like options. There's so many options.
In my personal opinion, there's only Colin Firth and the 1995 miniseries, and then there are like other versions that have come out since then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm in the middle of right now, which is like it's fun.
The miniseries.
He's so like weird. Yeah. Like I always say, Colin Firth is weird.
That one is phenomenal because and that one just has such like history to it, I guess. Like we broke our rules, so we actually reviewed that one on this show, even though it's not technically a movie. It's like a whatever amount part miniseries, but like almost all of England like shut down to watch that together, which I think is the cutest thing ever. They were like, we can't help you right now. We're watching Pride and Prejudice on BBC. And like still have this like level of dedication where they're like, there are no other Pride and Prejudice. There's Colin Firth, BBC Pride and Prejudice, and like nothing else. So I'm on that boat with them where I just think it's like the cutest thing ever, even if the other versions may or may not be better. Like that one's just like an entire nation was like, nah, we're just gonna watch this together, which I think is really adorable. It's
it was the one that I like. I haven't finished the miniseries yet, but I like did watch the whole movie with Keira Knightley.
Yeah, 2005. Yeah, that one's a good one.
The guy who is the main male character, like I watched Succession, and that actor that was the first I'd ever seen of that actor was in Succession, and he's like this like little like snivelly guy, you know, like he's like a great act. Like you could tell like this dude is acting his face off, because whenever I found out he was British, I was aghast.
Like
I was like, oh,
what?
You know, like whether it's like so good. You know, sometimes you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. They're British, right? Like even if their English accent is good, but he was so good. And then watching this, I started to see clips on TikTok where people are like talking about the hand. There was like a hand thing.
Yeah,
there was
his
some
hand
kind
twitches.
Of hand twitch.
Yeah, his hand twitches.
Yeah, and I was like, what is it?
He's
okay,
so
fine.
in
I
love.
watched it. I was like, oh, this is very good. It was very good.
See, there's something to be said. People listening and watching, like there's a man whose hand twitches because he's so in love. There's a whole world of TikTok videos and Instagram reactions and everything. I think it's just phenomenal. And what's his name? Whose name I've already forgotten. Gilbert, that's not his name. I'm scrolling back through. The prince in this one. He was close, but he was not Darcy level. He was not quite there.
I theorize he was hired because of his hair.
He was hired because of his hair. He was apparently originally cast as Wolverine in X-Men, and then I don't know, something happened. So, production delays on Mission Impossible 2 forced him out. Can you? So we got Hugh Jackman instead, who would have been so good in Ever After. We could have had Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Yeah. Another time, but he did good. It was like.
He did good.
Not our Prince, right? Because especially like if we're coming off of Leonardo DiCaprio is Romeo, and I'm gonna spend like years thinking about what is Leonardo DiCaprio.
How old is he? We could be in love. He only lives in New York. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I had a lot of those moments. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of those moments. I will say, before we wrap, that so again, I watched the tail end of this again with Scarlett, my 11-year-old, and so she had been watching for a good like 40 minutes before she was like, I thought that Leonardo da Vinci was a lot younger. And I was like, what? Like, no, no. And then I was like, oh, do you think that this is Leonardo DiCaprio? And she was like, isn't it? And then she could tell she was like embarrassed. And I was like, no, those are different. Those are different men. So I was like, Leonardo DiCaprio is like this adorable, actor from the 90s that we were all in love with. And now is sort of problematic, but we'll do that. And then Leonardo da Vinci is like a famous scientist, painter, like all the things. She was like, oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, it was a great moment where I was just like, wow, Leonardo DiCaprio is so in everyone's world that 11-year-olds are like, that's the Leonardo that they know. Which is just
yeah, and just like,
sad.
Isn't he a Ninja Turtle?
Yeah. That wasn't even
Yeah,
that
also,
wasn't even on her radar. That was like,
Oh
there
no,
was
she didn't
one
even know about that.
There was one Leonardo, and he was DiCaprio. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like another period romance I watched recently was Shakespeare in Love, because I had never seen that. And
We
that
just
one I
reviewed
did
that
not
one.
like.
You didn't like it?
It was not for me. It
I
had parts, but I was like, I don't know. It just didn't grab me.
They didn't. My feeling on that one in rewatching it was that that they had absolutely no chemistry. Like I thought he was very pretty, and I thought that Gwyneth Paltrow did a really great job with acting, but I did not believe that they were in love. And I still hold to the fact that I don't think that they were in love.
They're not in love.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was because I looked up. It was like that one won Academy Award.
It did, yeah.
And it was up against like something else that was like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And I
can't
just was
remember
like,
it like stole the Oscar.
I can't look at you.
Traitor.
I can't look at you like for what? Because she went topless. Like there's like this theory of like, you show your boobs, you're gonna win your Oscar.
Yeah.
And it happens. It's like there's a clear trend. So
this is why I'm not.
If that's the campaign.
Hot take. I hate the Oscars. I just
yes.
I used to love them, and now I'm just like I'm at the point in my life where I don't want to watch an Oscar-winning movie. They're just sad and formulaic, and I don't know. I might go back here and there, but I'm in my like ever after fairy tale phase of life. Where I'm like, I just want to like watch happy things and silly things and slapstick comedies. And
watch teen romance shows.
Teen romance shows.
Well, college age, where they're definitely in their late 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Well, so we're at the potato rating part of the episode. And for Rich, who I believe is newer, this is the part where you can let us know. So we rate in potatoes. You can rate in whatever you'd like. You drop your emoji in the live chat, or if you're listening or watching later, just yell at your TV or at your phone. We'll hear you. We promise. And 1 through 5, or go nuts and go all the way up to 10. But yeah, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for this one?
If we're going out of 5,
we're going out of 5.
I'll go 4.
You go 4. All right.
Yeah. I think only because we started to talk about Romeo and Juliet, and it felt like we're putting like kind of this realm of stuff together.
Knocked it down a little. You're like, it would have been
not
a 5,
quite,
but yeah.
It would have been. But if we're looking in a pocket of movies,
yeah.
I'm like, watch it. It's cute. Well, not gonna change your life.
Paul's with you. Paul gives it 4. And now we're Val saying she hasn't watched the Oscars in many moons, and Josh is agreeing. No Oscars for over a decade. Well, I didn't. I didn't update our potato review beforehand, so I think we're still at 5 because we rate literally everything 4 or 5. So we're gonna do a live rating. I'm gonna agree with you. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go over here, and then let's all just pretend. There we go. There's only ever been 4. There's only ever been 4 the entire time. Through the magic of Ecamm and video, there's only 4. I think that's right. We're still getting to, I promise, with our delay, we're now a little bit behind, but we are getting to reviewing bad movies. Although I must remind you again that almost everything that you suggested, I really enjoy. So you're going to need to really step it up in your bad movie recommendations, because everything that everyone sent in, I was like, oh, I like that one. I guess I just really like bad movies. But we're trying to find some that we don't rate 5 or 4 or 4.5. We're like, okay, maybe there's like a 1 or 2 out there other than Howard the Duck, which we reviewed, and that one is pretty bad. And then another one called Nothing But Trouble also was pretty low on our list. With out of 130 whatever episodes, those were the only 2 that we've rated badly. So we need to get up there. Is there a favorite terrible movie, or is there a movie that you watched and you were like, ooh, never again, that one was bad?
No, but I'm definitely racking my brain of the
Okay.
like
All
going
right.
to Blockbuster
Mhm.
and the just whatever the movie rental place was, like the local movie rental place that we were going to, and just being so like just digging in the stacks of
The
like what
bargain
have I not
bins.
already watched, right? What, like
Yeah.
Inner Space, right?
Oh,
Which
I
like maybe
love
Inner
Inner
Space was
Space.
big,
Is that another one?
but like,
Yeah.
but I just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I see the covers of
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
I don't know, let's watch this one.
Yep.
And they're not all great, but you kind of love it. But I do want to put a, a stake out there that I
Okay.
would like to reserve
All right.
Interview with the Vampire
That's a good one.
if it has
Yeah.
been done.
No,
Is,
we have
have it
not
done?
done it. No, we have not done that one yet. Also, I'm not above
I
doing
feel
them
like I saw
again.
that on the list.
So yeah, no, that's yeah. And I made Marielou go over there, but if you have not yet gone, if you swing on over to Movie List, one word, movielist.thevhsclubpod.com, that's our brand new and improved. We've leveled up our movie list. So now you can sort by decade. You can actually like search movies so you can see whether or not we've done them. You can see what our tally is. So if you remember, Nat created this crazy list that made 0 sense, and almost all of her favorite movies weren't even on it, but we're still rocking that list, and we've just been adding to it as we go. So so the list is now searchable, and you can drop your suggestions in. It sends us an email with whatever you suggest. So yeah, that one I'm going to take your pin and I'm going to put it in. You are welcome to come back and do that one. That will be a lot of fun. I haven't seen the new TV show
Excellent.
yet, so I think I need to I'll have to rewatch the movie and save some time to check out the show as well.
Yes, and there's like a lot to discuss with that, and
All right, all
I
right.
thought about it in this discussion because Elizabeth Bennet from the BBC one is
Oh.
in the most recent season. I was like, this actress is
Ooh.
crazy good, and then I was like, I've seen her. Where have I seen her? And I was, oh yeah, there she
Everyone's
is.
game. You're like on your phone. You're like, where have I seen this lady before? IMDb. Yeah. Rich says Scanners. So bad it's good. I haven't heard of Scanners. Have you heard of Scanners? Scanners. All right.
I
all right.
feel like I need to look at a cover. We need it. That's where I just need to. There's like you just need to walk through and look at covers and be like, yes, that one. I'm gonna try to find a bad good movie to talk
Okay.
about.
All right. All right. I'll probably like it because everything everyone has sent us, I'm like, oh, darn it. Like, I like that one. So, but maybe other people can rate it badly and that'll still count. So we do have I believe the next 4 movies are scheduled, and thank you for sticking with us as things have bumped and moved all around. The best way to keep up to date with us is to get on our email list. So if you go thevhsclubpod.com/email, that'll drop you on our email list. And we just send out one a week that lets you know what our schedule is and what we're reviewing. Every now and then we throw in like a giveaway or some silly thing that we pop up, but we're not going to bog down your email box. I promise. It'll help you keep on track with everything. Wait a second. Val has seen Scanners. I don't even know what it is, and you've seen it? What the heck? What is going on here? What is going on here? I love it. And Josh is having the same moment that I had 2 weeks ago where he thought it was a different movie, right? So it doesn't have a rating. I thought that for Fifth Element. I guess that was last week. I thought Fifth Element was a completely different movie. And then I just thoroughly enjoyed Fifth Element. So here we are.
Did you figure out what you thought it was?
Yes, and everyone is equally offended. So I did this video and I was like, I thought it would be funny. I was trying to be funny and I was like, I'm gonna do a video and tell everyone that I actually hate Fifth Element, but I'm happy to review it because Doc is coming on and it's his favorite movie. So I'm here for it. So I recorded this video and I was like, I don't even like Fifth Element. And then posted it, sent it out everywhere. And then I started watching the movie and I was like, I haven't seen this at all. I don't know what this is. And then I was like Googling, like as I was watching, I'm like movies that are like Fifth Element, post-apocalyptic movies from the 90s, like trying to figure out what. So I was thinking of Blade Runner, which a lot of people also really like, but I really do not, I think. At this point, I don't trust myself anymore, but I'm pretty sure I was confusing it with Blade Runner.
I've not watched that, so I feel like, or maybe if I did see it, it wasn't something that I liked. But one good, bad, the original Dune movies.
Oh yeah,
I've watched that
one
recently, and I was
Yeah.
like, I hate this.
Yeah,
and I loved the new ones. Oh, that one, I was like, I hate everything.
even that one, which we did review. I have to say, I don't think it's a good movie. I can't remember what we rated it. I don't think it's a good movie. I will go on board by saying that. I have, like, we were talking about like what makes a favorite movie. I thoroughly adore a computer game that came out sometime in the 90s, I think, called Dune. And so in my mind, like everything that is in the Dune universe is still like good, even when it's not. Like I'm just like, I like Dune. I just like Umbrella like Dune. So that is my my caveat to that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Paul is not a Blade Runner either, and neither is Josh. So that's I'm not alone. I'm phew. Some people online were not impressed with me, but more people seem to be relieved that I like Fifth Element. So I think it's okay. And Val's seen Fifth Element, so we're all in. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for putting up with us being a little bit long tonight. It's always fun when Marilou's here, so we're having a blast. But we will.
I love to talk movies. I love to hang out with you.
Oh well, thank you for being my special co-host. We'll see you again for Interview with the Vampire. We'll see everyone again. I don't remember the schedule, but you know what? It's live on YouTube. It's on our website, and we send it by email. So you'll have to find it in one of those spots. But we will see you again most Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, over here on YouTube. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.
Kidnapped.